Hey everybody, my name is Dr. Erin English and I will be your professor for our next class together, which is Legal and Political Aspects in Education, and that's EDUA 556. So I hope you're in the right place and watching the right video. So a little bit about myself is I'm an administrator for the Vista Unified School District. My title for the district is Director of Blended and Online Learning, and I'm also a principal of a K-12 independent study program. It's called a Blended and Online Learning Program. And I've been in administration for about 17, 18 years, and in education for about 27 years. I've had a wonderful, wonderful time of it. So I've come from a elementary background. I was an elementary school teacher for 7 years in the classroom. Then I was a teacher on special assignment for 3 years in the area of technology. And my love of technology brought me to all different types of jobs. I was a technology coordinator for Marietta. I was hired as a technology director for Marietta, which really wasn't my passion because that was more of wiring schools and the networking, things like that. So after 3 years, I moved away from Marietta and moved on to Vista Unified School District as a principal. I stayed with Vista for about a year and a half, and then when I went into my doctorate program, I was asked to take over school in Encinitas. So I was a principal in Encinitas for 5 years, and then was asked to come back to Vista after those 5 years. Since then, I've been working in Vista for about 4 years and having a wonderful time. My background I also am a board member for Bonsall Unified School District. I'm a clerk on that board, and I work with ACSA. I'm on a couple different committees through ACSA, which is the Association of California School Administrators. Which if you haven't already joined, I would highly recommend it. If you would actually if you're going into administration, I would highly recommend that you join ACSA for numerous reasons. One is you could look up, you have the first edition of all the jobs that are opening, but also you have legal protection in the case of anything ever happening. Besides your district protecting you with their legal insurance, you also have legal protection as well. That's a little bit about myself. One of the things I want to mention for sure today is that we will be meeting on Wednesday evenings, typically. There is one day in April that it looks like I'm going to have to change. It's probably our third class together. I might have to change that date. So that'll go on. But this week will be the only time that we're going to be meeting as a whole group. So we're going to be meeting this time at 7:30. So typically we'll be meeting at 6, and the second group will be at 7:30. Because of a board meeting, a arranged board meeting that we had to change the date of our board meeting, I'm going to leave my board meeting early to come make this class, and that will be at 7:30 online. I've sent you everything, how to log on to that through my announcement. So if you have any problems logging on, just please email me. We'll be using Adobe Connect, and the room is Erin English, or Erin English it's my classroom. But instead of using the digital online version of the voice, so we won't be talking through Adobe, but I would like you to use the conference call number that I've sent in until something changes. I know that just the university is changing over to a new system, but right now I'll be asking you to use the conference call information I sent in, and also the Adobe. So that means if you wouldn't mind turning your computer down all the way so we don't hear any feedback, and also turning your computer to mute unless you're actually talking. And that's okay if you're not on mute, that's okay, unless you have children in the background or dogs in the background, or you're doing dishes or all the other things that can be distracting to someone on the other side, because every little sound that you think is a normal sound to you is magnified to the other end of us listening. So, and that's just a courtesy. So, but if you have a problem with that, please let me know. So this Wednesday we'll be meeting at 7:30 online in my classroom, which is Erin English, through Adobe, and all the logon information is in my announcements. And during that class, what we'll be doing is we'll be going through the assignments that are in the syllabus. That's the first thing we'll be doing. I will do a quick loop around, and we're going to be asking everybody to just introduce yourself, and you're going to be doing this through the chat part, and I'll review this during the class. But during the first few minutes of our chat, what I'd like you to do is you're going to list your name, and it's actually on the agenda, or I'm sorry, on the syllabus. You'll be putting your name, your current position and grade level, your experience in education, teaching, just, a short little blurb, your career goals and your interests. So what we're not going to be doing is we're not going to be all sharing that, because that will take us the whole class time, but I would like it in the chat, so that you could find out who's living close to you, who has a job similar to you, and then when we're doing our group projects, then you might find somebody there that has something similar that you can share. So a background that you can share. So let me just recap. We'll be meeting Wednesday night at 7:30. You're going to be doing the chat on Adobe. There's a chat section. You'll be adding your name, and it's on the syllabus on page 5. You'll be adding your name, your current position. So maybe if you have something already typed up, you can just copy and paste it and put it in. And that way we'll have a database of what everyone does during that time, okay? That's all I have for right now, and I'm looking forward to being your instructor. If there's any questions you have, please please email me. I do check my email, and typically I try to have a few hour turnaround on emails. However, if you don't hear from me within 24 hours, please write back to me. And the reason is sometimes I get over 200 emails a day, depending on what I'm working on. So if you could help me out by just, hey, gentle reminder, hey, Erin, Dr. English, I haven't heard from you, and then I'll get back to you. And I try to get back to you within a few hours, or, worst case scenarios in 24 hours. All right. All right. I look forward to talking to all of you on Wednesday evening. All right. Bye-bye.